Peace and blessing, businesses. Like I said, I also wanted to continue this by saying, like, uh, I know about witches and warlock as well, because, like I said, I've condoned it, I've been around it, I've experienced it, I've engaged in it, I've condoned it, whether I was a part of it or not. My family, my bloodline, has a history for that as well, for witches and warlock. And I know God is using me to break generational curses. So with that being said, I encourage those, if God is using you for that, bro, because a lot of people, you have to do your history, whether if it was 2 generations, 3 generations, 4 generations, 5 generations back, then y'all understand, and in my bloodline, I've done my history, people have told me about our history, and we do have that in my bloodline. I know we do have that, and I know God is using me to break those generational curses, familiar spirits that know you from birth. Like I said, I've had my bloodline, bro. We have witches and warlocks. I don't know if they're still around, but I know that was generations back. They're probably all dead now, but just because they're dead doesn't mean that we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against evil spirits and principalities. So those same spirits, they're in the spiritual realm still, even though the physical body that was operating through those witches and warlocks from my bloodline are no longer alive, but those spirits are, in the spiritual realm. So with that being said, that's why I come on here and I try to help everybody as best as I can, with the knowledge that I have, the wisdom that I have through Jesus Christ, and also from my experiences as well from the world before I came to Jesus Christ. And I say all this not so people could look at me different, but so they could know that I cannot be manipulated in any type of way, shape, or form. I've had the best of both worlds, in the dark and now in the light. But even though I'm in the light, it's still not the best because trials and tribulations come. It does not end, you know. But those who are willing to fight to the end and endure all of it will be saved. They will prevail. Nobody said it was going to be rainbows and sunshines coming to the Lord. If anything, it gets more harder, but it's the best thing you could ever do in your life. It's the best decision I've ever made in my own life. But with that being said, I just wanted to add on to my recent video I just posted. But peace and blessings, beloveds. I love y'all. In the name of Jesus, I wish y'all nothing but the best. Success, not wishes, but blessings, the fruits of the spirits. I know it slips out, but I mean, I don't mean it like that. It just comes out. But blessings, I pray for y'all. Prayers, blessings, fruits of the spirits, that God will manifest himself. Jesus Christ will manifest himself. Oh my God. Jesus Christ will manifest himself in your lives, that he will be revealed and show you that he's always been by your side, no matter what you've gone through in life. In the name of Jesus, peace and blessings. I wish y'all nothing but the best. You see again, prayers, blessings, and the fruits of the spirits. In the name of Jesus, peace.